Right now, there's only one home, this home, that was for sale on this entire street in Braintree Highlands neighborhood. And that's a very powerful position to be in. Because when you're the only available home within a price band, you control the attention. Hi there, I'm Abby Valencia-Gooding with eXp Realty, and I help homeowners here in Braintree, Massachusetts position their homes strategically, not emotionally, so they sell on their terms. So how do I do this? Well, there's a few things we need to consider. But before we get started, click the link below because I want to make sure you remain well informed on not just the real estate market, but your local market. Nationally, there are signs of stabilization happening. We've got contract signings that are increasing. We have sales activity, which is increasing despite home prices actually increasing. But inventory growth has also been stagnant during January and February, which is typically slower months for homes entering the market. But inventory itself, well, this is the variable that matters. If more homes were on the market and more homes actually sell, then you stimulate the economy, right? I mean, Lawrence Yun, the chief economist from the National Association of Realtors, said it himself. We need more inventory. But what is he really saying? He is saying that there is buyer demand. Locally, in the Braintree inventory, which has been tight, especially in certain price brackets. But when supply remains limited and buyers are still active, leverage shifts towards the seller. But that's assuming the seller is positioned correctly. This isn't about hype, it's about math. And one of the most important pieces of math is something called absorption. Absorption measures how quickly homes in a specific price bracket are selling. For example, if there are 20 homes actively competing and 5 are selling each month, that's 4 months of inventory. That tells us buyers have options. And when buyers have options, they become selective. Not every home makes the cut. And that's why I don't rely on opinion, I rely on diagnostics. For example, in the ICU, we don't treat patients based on how strong or weak they look. We treat based on what the numbers tell us. Real estate works the same way. With spring approaching, more homes will come to market. That's predictable. But when inventory increases faster than homes are being absorbed, guess what? Competition increases. So my question to you is, would you rather enter the market when you stand alone in your price bracket, or when you are one of 5 or 6 or 7 competing within the same price bracket? Because buyers don't shop randomly. They shop in ranges. Let's talk about the price band. So every market has invisible price bands or brackets. These are thresholds where buyers start to filter, they start to compare and decide. If you enter alone in a desirable price bracket, attention concentrates. It becomes an all eyes on you scenario. If you enter the market alongside multiple similar homes in the same price bracket, attention divides. And this divided attention reduces home seller leverage. So what's the forecast moving forward? Well, I suspect an increase in existing home sales activity. So that suggests movements returning. Spring is approaching and interest rates are just below 6%. I don't see a frenzy or a crash happening anytime soon. We're heading into normalization. And guess what? When things are more normal, they favor strategic sellers. Keyword, strategic. Let's talk about what I call type A alignment. If you're analytical by nature, this is the kind of environment you want. You would want measured demand, manageable inventory, predictable seasonality, not chaos, not emotion, not guesswork. Oh, and one last thing. Timing without positioning is gambling, but timing with positioning is leverage. If your home would currently stand alone in your Braintree neighborhood or sit in a less crowded price band, that's worth evaluating before spring inventory expands. If you'd like to understand how price bracketing applies specifically to your home and prefer data over drama, be sure to click the link below so we can have a conversation. I'll review your competition, your positioning, and whether entering now gives you leverage or whether waiting makes more sense. I'm Abby Valencia-Gooding with eXp Realty, and I'll see you in the next one.